Every pregnancy needs utmost care and attention. But certain pregnancies need a little extra attention. An RH negative mother carrying an RH positive baby is at increased risk of complications. BSV is at the forefront to ensure safe delivery in every RH negative pregnancy.
Welcome to The Outside View. That's brought to you by Women's Crick Zone, and it's presented by BSV, Puma Food and Wellness, and AMRI Hospitals. Now that the formalities are out of the way, we can take a breath at the end of that first innings between India and Pakistan at Mount Maunganui, and it was what a flow of things, and from the start to finish, so many things to talk about. And to join us in on that discussion is, of course, former India cricketer Sonia Dabir and former Pakistan cricketer Marina Iqbal. We love having a balanced view here at The Outside View, and we love it when we have that going right from the beginning. So welcome, ladies. So I'm going to first go to Marina, because she did say Pakistan would be very pleased if they manage to restrict India to under 250. I think they did that. I think we can safely say it was a good effort. A lot of things happened, of course, in the course, and we will talk about that. But initial thoughts from you, Marina.
Well, I think Pakistan started off really well, and the way they bowled, especially again, I would like to give credit to Bisma Maroof. Captaincy was spot on. She kept the pressure built, kept the fielders inside the circle, never allowed actually Indian batters to dominate at any stage. And then obviously spinners had a huge role to play, and you have to give credit to Nida, Nashra, even Anam starting off really well with the new ball. And I think that I've been saying, and everyone knows, that Pakistan has a really good bowling side. But now is the test of their batting.
Yes, it is a true test. Sonia, thank you so much for joining us. It's always nice to have an opposite view to all the proceedings that's been going on. We've been enjoying all the action at the Women's World Cup, and it's just gotten better today with this encounter. From going sort of winless in 2 World Cups, and then Pakistan comes in here. And they've had some good warm-ups going into this. And the sort of energy they displayed right at the start. Your thoughts, Sonia, how much of a pressure did you actually witness some of the best batters in the world in that Indian lineup facing today?
Thank you so much for having me. First of all, I would really say that I think Pakistan team got the best booster when they beat the New Zealand in the warm-ups. That's the confidence they have carried on in this first game in the World Cup. And definitely, the way they put pressure in the starting, first 10 overs, 10, 15 overs with their bowling as well as their fielding, I was really impressed with that. And rightly said, it was very good captaincy, especially the field placements. It was really good from Bisma Maroof, and it was really nice to see her coming back after the motherhood.
Yeah, quite lovely and heartwarming pictures actually going out all across, with her sort of entering the stadium with her child and sort of not making cricket a child's play. She did a great job there. But for all of you joining us in, you would know that the target for Pakistan is 245 at Mount Maunganui, and we have the scorecard here just to take you through how that innings panned out for both the sides. Of course, India batting first, and they sort of got off on the wrong foot there, Diana Baig, and we should speak about what she brings to the table and the impact she has right at the top, sending her back to the pavilion. A very mature sort of an innings by Smriti there till that sort of small struggle in the middle. No one else really making that much of a difference, apart from that one partnership at the top and that major partnership lower down the order, which we will also sort of decode. And if we have a look at the bowling cards as well, just a few really, really good and potent bowlers used by the Pakistan attack, and sort of did the job, didn't they? They have to be really pleased at the end of that showing. I'm going to come to you, Marina, and we're going to talk about the first 10 overs. There was that sense of high energy. That, when you have Diana and Anam, and I was looking at their last 10 ODIs, and every single time, it's either Baig or Amin will give you that breakthrough at the top. You can rely on one of these two coming in. And of course, going by the conditions, you of course had a Sana here, and first change was Amin, but you will have one of these guys giving you that breakthrough. How critical it is, especially, and how big of a momentum did that give Pakistan here?
Well, definitely upfront, starting off innings, it's really important to set the right momentum. And with Diana and Anam, it's all about experience and consistency. They were able to hit the right areas with consistency, and that actually managed and helped them to get the breakthroughs. I mean, we all know that Mandana, even Shafali Verma, how crucial her wicket was. But the only reason they got was obviously putting the balls in the right areas. They actually forced her to play a false shot. So that's the thing. That's the combination with Diana and Anam. I mean, they both are very consistent. Don't really go vivid in their line and length, and especially Anam, you kind of think that probably spinners are not that good in ODI with the new ball, but she's a whole different story. And with her flatter trajectory and consistency, and just a drift away from the left-handers and coming into the right-handers, she never allows easy things to batters. And when you get that sort of partnership, bowling partnership from the top, and you set the batters on the back foot, it actually kind of drifts in the whole innings later on as well.
Yes, and we will speak about those middle overs and that holy trinity of Amin, Nida, and Sandhu in a bit. But speaking of that opening, speaking of the first crucial partnership, I think that went well. It sort of steadied the nerves a bit when Smriti and Deepti sort of settled things for the Indian nerves. Sonia, just a bit about those two. I think was crucial in some sense to sort of at least calm the nerves right there at the top.
Yeah, definitely. I think Deepthi today helped Smriti get settle her nerves a bit because she was looking a bit, I won't say restless as such, but not that the normal Smriti which we are used to see. Definitely, and with Deepthi coming in and rotating the stride pretty now and then and going it easy, definitely Smriti was eased at the other end, and those runs which they scored, that partnership was very important for India because losing Shefali early, it was a bit of pressure, kind of a situation when Smriti herself was looking a bit unsettled in the start.
Yes, not the usual Smriti, and you put that aptly, Sonia,
Yeah.
not the Smriti that we're used to seeing. There were some few classy Smriti shots, but not the ones that we are used to seeing. And the way that they dismissed, that again sent a bit of a fleur as well. I'm going to get Marina in at this point. Marina, again, that middle overs, what is it about these three ladies, whether it's Amin, Nida, and Sandhu, who sort of they arrest that middle overs and they sort of gave that momentum back to Pakistan. Take us through that phase of the Pakistan bowling attack.
Well, I think that what they did was actually carry on the momentum and the lines which initially Diana and Anam carried on. And then again, these two are really important if we talk about Anam. They actually managed to you kind of dry out the runs in the middle overs. And again, I would say that it was really good captaincy from Bisma. She kept the pressure on, which actually gives more confidence to the bowlers because they know that your captain is backing, you have the right field, you are attacking, and then it makes it easier. But again, the consistency was really important. They knew they were getting some support from the pitch and they actually hit the right areas. And when two bowlers are bowling consistent lines and not allowing batters to get runs, it actually makes it more difficult for them to get off from either end.
Yeah, and it was slightly disappointing to see some of the manners in which certain batters, right, especially in that middle order, got dismissed. We just came off a day when we watched Australia sort of giving a masterclass on how patiently to script a particular innings, and then we had something like this following up from very experienced batters. Sonia, just thought on how disappointed that Indian batting lineup would be in the way they gave away their wickets in some sense, or especially when you've settled, someone like a Deepti or a Smriti, when you've kind of got those starts and you're well in. How disappointed would they be?
I think when it comes to Smriti and Dipti, I'm sure they would be very disappointed because they had got the start which was required on that wicket. Now the pitch was a bit slower compared to the New Zealand and Australia, sorry, England and Australia match, because the ball really came very slow. If you remember the way Dipti got out, she almost had played her shot and the ball and it just came and she got bowled. So I'm sure because they had understood the read the wicket very well and they were playing accordingly. But this is just the part of the game, I must say, because they've been playing the New Zealand series. They were actually playing on a wicket where the ball was coming really nicely onto the ball.
Mhm.
This was really a different pitch altogether, but they really adjusted very well, and I'm sure the other batters are going to come back strongly from the next match.
Yes, it's all a learning curve, and I'm guessing every match, especially in a tournament like the World Cup, gives you that chance to sort of get back to the drawing board and review where you went wrong. But just to get your thoughts in, on the way the sort of shift in momentum then happened, and Marina, how from Pakistan perspective on the field as well as the Indian perspective, you had two relatively younger, one of course 22, the other 28, two young girls coming in and sort of just turning things around. What a great hustle that was. Your thoughts?
Yeah, I was really impressed. I mean, I know Pooja, I have been watching her, but I wasn't expecting such a mature and brave innings from her. She walked in a very critical and precious situation, and the way a positive approach she had was, I mean, that was brilliant. And actually, I think that Pakistan wasn't expecting them to go off and play such shots and with such command. That actually put some pressure back on Pakistan. And I mean, it wasn't slogging, it was nothing, but it was pure merit. And that actually makes the bowling side more difficult to get and grab wickets because they were spotless. I mean, even Sneha, she understood her role and
Mm.
she keep on rotating strike and she gave Pooja the driving seat because she was middling the ball beautifully. I mean, she was creative, innovative. Uh, and yes, I do agree at some point Pakistan bowlers were bowling a bit shorter length that actually allowed, but again, the execution under pressure was spot on from Pooja. I mean, she getting her first 50, debut 50 in
Yeah.
ODI World Cup. It's such a big game. I mean, I'm actually very impressed and I've become a fan of her.
Oh wow, that's high praise for sure, and she'd love to hear that coming from you, Marina. But yes, you said it. World Cup debut against Pakistan. It doesn't get more exciting and than this. And she joins such an elite list. Someone like an Anju, Smriti, Mitali, guys who've done wonderful things leading up after that moment when they scored their World Cup. They scored their 50s on World Cup debut. Sonia, take us through that. From a very despondent situation where we were wondering whether India would even rustle up to 200, and these two young girls come out and just set the pace and just change the tempo.
As rightly said by Marina, that they were just applying themselves to the best of their abilities, and they were actually playing very simple cricket. They were not hitting any fancy shots. They were just rotating the strike. When the batters keep on rotating the strike, it becomes a very difficult situation for the bowler. Because this definitely, even though both the batters were right-handed, but it definitely unsettles the bowler because every ball you have a new batter to bowl at. So this becomes a bit kind of an irritating situation sometimes because it just you have a plan for certain batter and then the immediate ball the next batter is there.
Yeah.
And these two girls applied themselves very very aptly, and because I think they were aware of the role which they had been told. They are
Mm.
one of the best all-rounders you have in the team, and the way they played and as I said, applied themselves. That was the need of the situation. Playing according to the situation, they showed us the best way to do that in a
Yes.
simple way.
Very well put, Sonia. And just another reminder for all of you who are watching and tuning in us today. It's a big game. It's a Super Sunday as well. Relax, and you have the chance to watch some very good cricket. That's only going to get better. So do send in your questions here because we have amazing experts from all over the world to answer all your queries. In fact, we do have a question that's coming in, and let's just take that up to see if it's yeah. Anshul Gaming asks, is it good for India that Sneh Rana and Pooja Vastrakar get good time, not for this match, but for this World Cup? What does it do for the momentum? Is what they're probably referring to. Anyone can take this. Sonia, would you like to feel this one?
Yeah, I think definitely. Both of them have been playing. Like Sneha Rana has been playing for the Indian team quite a long time now. Pooja also not that much time she's been in the Indian team, but she has matured really well in that particular role of an all rounder.
Yeah.
Bowling those quick spells and getting those quick runs. Now, that's her. I think the strength. The way she bats is her strength. The way she hits the ball, she can rotate the strike, she can hit the ball, and she can stay at the wicket. And same is with Sneha Rana. They can accelerate the score when it is required. And I think, not as rightly said, this is not the only match, but I'm sure they had their matches previously before, and they know their role pretty well now.
Yes, and we just sort of mentioned this somewhere at the start, and we've kind of speaking about it in the build-up to this match as well. We have to speak about the Pakistan captain. I know, Marina, you had some sort of thoughts on the way she went about as well. Very impressive, especially coming up after a 1 year break. And that's the picture, in fact, that very heartwarming picture that was doing the rounds. She's of course traveling with her child, and just really wanted to be part of this World Cup. How difficult is it, Marina? We always we want to, talk about this sport as something that's very even between, whether the men played or whether the women played. But there is that aspect we just cannot ignore about something that, which is different. It's special to a woman's growth as well, as a cricketer, as a person. Tell us, how difficult is it, this phase, and to come back from it? How difficult would it be for her?
I mean, we all know that in subcontinent, especially, it's very difficult for any women to take any sports or any profession, for a matter of fact. Let alone becoming a mother and carrying a child into a sports fraternity. It's even harder. But again, you have to give a huge credit to her family, especially her husband who supported her, and then her own motivation. I mean, I remember the time she actually conceived, and she said that I'm not going to give up. Uh, Cricket is my passion. I've been leading this team. I've been working and investing in Pakistan cricket, and I'll be coming back. And we said, yeah, yeah, there's no doubt about it, because her commitment level. And I remember even after she got pregnant for 4 or 3 months, she actually was training. So we had to tell her that, okay, take your time off, and you can always walk back. And she's that type of a player. I mean, we can take her anytime. But yes, again, it's very hard. But I think now with this picture, a lot of things are going to change. And I
Yes.
feel that a lot of acceptance will be coming from not just the public, but also the administration in which cricket is involved, and not just cricket, but overall any sport and any profession. I think now women delivering with even after having children, that will itself be a statement. And again, I have to give credit to her family for supporting her, her own mindset, and her commitment to her country and to the sport as well.
Yeah, very well said, Marina. And Sonia, would you just like to add on? I mean, I'm sure you would like to weigh in on this as well.
Definitely, as she rightly said, that it's her mindset first of all, and the family support, which is very much required. I've been through this as well, so this is really good thing to see, and it definitely is going to make a very big and strong statement. Coming back, having a child, and playing and leading the country. This is a big thing in the women's cricket. So actually very proud of Bhishma to be there and playing and representing and leading the country. And as rightly mentioned by Marina, it's the love and passion for the game which is getting her there. And the best thing was her support from the family.
Yeah, you do need a support, and as they say, and it goes for any sport, goes for any sense of achievement. I think it's not one person's achievement. I think it's like what they say, it takes a village to raise a child. It takes a lot of many people to make a champion as well. But moving on to another captain, on the other side, again, someone who's been around for such a long time. She's again an establishment in herself. Mithali, playing in her 6th World Cup, wouldn't be happy with the way she went about the business with the bat, but on the field, it's going to be something else. She will look to defend that total. A huge onus on her, and of course, especially when you talk about the seniors, and of course, Julian also coming in, spearheading that bowling attack for India. Your thoughts, Marina? It's going to be interesting, and it's going to be sort of like a nice game of wits out there in the second innings.
Oh, definitely. I mean, India has decent, pacers up front. Meghna, I've already talked about her. She's been impressive. She likes to, attack the batters. And again, Julian Goswami, she doesn't need any introduction. And then again, spinners coming in. Rajeshwari, she's been brilliant even in the warm-up games. And then I think Sneha also has a role to play with some ball. Dipti, you can also use her. So I think they understand what pitch is behaving. It's slower on the side. It's been reused and they're getting some turn. So they're not going to make it easy. Again, how Pakistan starts right up front, that will define the momentum for the team. I think probably Sidra Amin will be opening. I would like to see Javeria. I'm not sure if Umaima is going for the opening slot or not. But if Javeria is going, then it's a good sign for Pakistan because she plays freely at the open spot and attacking cricket. That can be a huge advantage to Pakistan. But yes, they will have to work hard because India is a good, decent side, fielding side as well as the bowling side.
Yes, and Sonia, just to get you in on this, it's all led by a very experienced, a very senior. She's touching 40, and we talk about longevity in the sport. We talk about Imran Khan coming back at 41 to win a World Cup for Pakistan. What does it say for someone like Mithali to be that way, to be that fit? Your thoughts on her, because I'm sure the cricket fraternity. Everyone knows what goes through and what goes behind. Your thoughts on what she's achieved so far and what a big monumental occasion this is for her.
Yeah, definitely. Playing the sixth World Cup definitely is not an easy thing to do. Consistency, I think, is the tagline we can say for Mithali. When it comes to batting, it's like it's kind of a routine for her. You just come and bat and keep scoring those runs. The hunger for runs, she's already always said that this is what she keeps her going. She is a very mentally tough cricketer. The way she carries herself, it's like almost 22 years you've been doing the same role, playing the same role, scoring runs. And she just, I think, loves to score runs back, and it's a very big achievement in itself, playing the sixth World Cup. And consistency, as I said before, that's what keeps her going, because whatever I know her, the way she plays,
Yes.
yeah, because it's like she is so calm and composed whenever she's on the field, that you just can't make it, what she's going to how she's going to make that attacking runs, or whether how she's going to be, she just keeps it so simple that we keep on thinking how she does it each and every time when she comes into bat, but she
Mhm.
just sometimes I feel that she knows what inning she's going to play in her mind already when she's going to bat, she's
Yeah.
that prepared in her mind when she's coming into bat.
Yes, of course, wouldn't be happy with the way she went about, or her sort of her side went about today. And of course, it's always back to the drawing board, and it's a long tournament. There's much more to be done. But yes, just some quick thoughts on the Indian bowling attack. Of course, Marina did make some very valid points, but just your thoughts as well, Sonia, to talk about how they would like to sort of go at this. And this is. Yeah, your thoughts on the Indian bowling lineup and how they would be looking to tackle that Pakistan batting lineup. Some very, very important names, as Mayena pointed out.
Yeah, definitely. Julian is there. She is the kind of backbone of the fast bowling department, and you have Rajeshwari Gaikwad. Definitely, she's been bowling brilliantly even in the New Zealand series and the warm up games. And Dipti Sharma, who is, I think, one bowler I would really like to mention, because she is that perfect all rounder which
Yes.
India has now. You can just keep banging on her, because whenever we have India, Mithali has needed wicket, she's given the ball to Dipti. And I would
Yes.
like to add it to that. You have Sneha Rana. She is a bowler who can keep on bowling consistently one line and length. So definitely they are not going to give it easy for sure.
Right. And Marina, you very quickly before we sort of wrap up and put you ladies on the spot with the predictions, you did mention quite a few. You mentioned Javeda Khan. She's of course on the cusp of crossing 3,000 ODI runs. Massive, massive achievement from that bat as well. Of course, a few others that you already sort of talked about. Someone like Alia Riaz had a good sort of knock during the warm ups. If she definitely comes into play in the middle, a lot expected from her too.
Yeah, definitely. And she's maturing with age and with experience as well. And I like her fact that she, again, I've been talking about that these young players want to make an impact. They want to become the match winning players for Pakistan. And we've seen that two brilliant innings in the warm up games that would have definitely given her a lot of boost. But yes, again, I'm not worried about the middle order. If Pakistan gets a good start up front, definitely we are sorted in the middle overs. Nida Dar also another experienced campaigner. Bisma will be there. So yes, I think that it has to be poised very nicely for the middle orders to come, especially with Nida and Alia. It's like they're very well suited whenever they come after 25 overs, not
Yeah.
earlier, because then they have to play against their nature. They like to play attacking cricket. They like to hit big, but this is a different pitch, and the boundaries are big, bigger. So I think that again, a lot depends on Javeria and Bisma, and also the opening partnership. And I think that in the middle, they can finish the game, Nida and Alia.
Wonderful. And on that note, it's time for predictions, ladies. We know, Marina, you got something in right at the start. So I'm going to give you the first word. Predictions. Is this going to be enough?
I think it should be. But yes, again, Pakistan needs to play some smart cricket. I think it's not far fetched for them. They would have liked to restrict them a bit earlier, but again, this target is well within reach for Pakistan.
So Pakistan it is. Sonia,
I
what
think
is it going to be?
yeah, definitely India, because the kind of bowlers they have the variety of bowlers, and as I said before, that when you have a kind of a bowler in Julian, who is the backbone of fast bowling, and especially you have an extra bowler with Sneha Rana and Pooja Vastrakar, specialist bowler. I
Hmm.
think they should be defending the 245 runs today.
Okay, awesome. We love a divided house, as we always say, and we're looking forward. I mean, we want, as we said at the top, we want some exciting cricket. We've got it so far, and it promises to be another exciting second half to the India-Pakistan encounter at Mount Maunganui. And if you are watching, please join in the live action, and of course, continue watching this space for more. We will be back after that match for some post-match analysis with these two wonderful ladies at the outside view. This is me, Rupa Ramni, signing off. Thanks for watching.